Internet Marketing 101. Who's heard of pay-per-click advertising? Pay-per-click. A few of you have. It's as simple as what it sounds like. You pay when somebody clicks on your website or your ad. It's really cool marketing. It can be effective. It also can be expensive. But you only pay when that person who's actively searching for your product or service clicks on your website and comes to it. So it's a good form of marketing. I don't consider it to be the best form of marketing. I like to use the analogy, it's like renting a house instead of buying a house. All right, you're renting that traffic or that exposure until you can get that traffic or exposure on the non-paid side to stay consistently. All right, so we've got, this is actually highlighting the Google Pluses page. It used to be called Google Places. It's actually called Google Plus now. Every single one of you guys can open up one of these accounts for free, and it correlates to the map over there. This is going to be extremely important for every one of you. This is what most people are going to search for, and they're going to do business with somebody locally. So it's extremely important. Let me give you an example here. There's only 7 spots that are available. Where are you located geographically?
Northwest.
Give me your
oh, here. I'm sorry. Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. Okay. So how many businesses do you think you're competing with for the same demographic in Las Vegas?
Oh my goodness, there's thousands.
Okay, 1,000. All right. So I do a search for one of those services you offer, but there's only 7 spots there available. How often do you think somebody's going to click on that more results? I bet you probably have never even seen it before. All right. So it's a very valuable spot of real estate, but only 7 people get to have it. There's 2 techniques that you can do to drive up your Google Pluses page. Well, actually 3. Get on Google Plus, the social media platform. That's going to help you tremendously. And then you want to create citations and create reviews. So have your patients write reviews for you on there, as well as citations. Now, what's a citation? You guys are all smart. What's a citation? What's that?
So you get a negative review?
No. No. A citation is just a reference. It's a reference from another site that states exactly what you do, where you're located, and hours of operation, and your website address, and your phone number. So you're creating citations from other websites and then linking it back to your Google Pluses page. So that way they're validating that's exactly what you do. I just taught you a technique that I charge $250 a month for my clients. So this is the organic or the non-paid side. This is the paid side or the advertised side. Now ask yourself this. The last time you did a search and you saw one of those sponsored ads, how often did you actually click on that sponsored ad? Probably not too often. I mean, it's not that you don't ever do it. The numbers I've done research on find about 80%. 80% of people gravitate towards one of the organic or non-paid sides, and about 20% will click on one of these sponsored ads. I think people perceive them to be a little biased. They know that they're paying for that advertising or for that spot, so they're generally going to go down to one of the non-paid spots. Does that make sense? But if we understand that for Las Vegas that we're up against 1,000 other businesses for this local map, it's going to take us some time before we create those citations. We optimize our site. We create content. We do everything that Google asks of us to make sure that our website shows up at the top. It could take us a year. It could take us a year and a half. It could take us 3 months. Depending on how competitive that geographical area is and how competitive that keyword phrase is going to determine how long it's going to take you. So until we get there, we're not getting any exposure. We're not getting any business from this, right? It doesn't matter if you're on page 2 or page 3. When do you guys go to page 2 or page 3? Very, very rarely. If you don't find what you're looking for on page 1, you refine your search and you do it all over again. Okay? So until you get here, what do we just throw our hands up and quit? Why don't we go ahead and rent the traffic? Even if it's only 20%, we don't pay anything unless somebody comes to our website. So that's where this becomes very effective. This heat map will show you exactly where most people are clicking towards. This just gives you an idea that a few people will click up here towards the sponsored links. Very few people are going to click on the right-hand side. Most of them are going to gravitate towards the organic top 5 spots. This is our target. This is where I'm going for. This is still the 800-pound gorilla on the block. It's going to be the most effective and valuable spot of real estate for you guys to get traffic to your website. Search engine optimization, I'm not going to get deep into this. It's not called search engine optimization anymore, you guys. It's called content marketing. That's all it is. Who's providing the most up-to-date, relevant information, and who's doing it on the most regular basis? Let me ask you this. What makes Google so valuable to you? Why do you use it?
It's easy to use.
It's easy. I would say more importantly, it's accurate. They provide you pretty accurate search results. Now, if you started doing searches and you start finding websites that are 4, 5, and 6 years old that have not been updated, what's the chances that that information is actually going to be accurate and up to date? It's not. Exactly. So what is Google looking for to make you relevant? They're looking for the people who are providing the most up-to-date and accurate information. So an analogy that I like to use is your website's like a garden. If you plant and water and weed and fertilize that garden, it becomes beautiful. You get great plants and vegetables. People stop and notice it, right? But if you let that garden go and you don't water it, you don't weed it, you don't take care of it, it gets unruly, people just walk right by it and they won't even notice it. It's the same thing with the search engines. If you're not constantly updating that website, you're not constantly adding new content, doing what they're asking of you, they're just going to walk right by your website and not show you up or not put you in the search engines. Social media marketing. You will not find a bigger fan of social media marketing. I am one of the few people that was very resistant against personal Facebook pages. I'm a big fan of doing the business Facebook page, but I don't really need to tell people that I'm going to the movies. Don't need them to understand that I'm in a pissed off mood right now. Okay? But social media marketing has become the most effective channel for customer acquisition. There's no doubt about it. It's such a great platform. It allows you to engage, talk, communicate, share information, and reach a local community so fast and so effectively that if you're not actively doing this, you are missing a huge portion of the opportunities that are out there. In 2010 and 11, small businesses could still be effective without marketing campaigns, without social media. But we're now at a point that social media marketing represents more than 50% of internet marketing. You guys, if I wanted to start a brand new business, you know what I'd start? I'm really busy, so I couldn't do it. But if I wanted to start a brand new business, I'd start a social media marketing business. I don't have to sit there and try to figure out how that algorithm changed on Google. I don't have to sit there and figure out how do I code a website properly. You know what I need to figure out? How do I engage your audience within your local community on the social media sites? It's a huge business. It's a huge opportunity. Everybody's involved. It doesn't cost anything. There's so many positives to utilizing it. Keywords. Who's a Starbucks fan? Lucas, give me your order. What's your favorite order?
Grande caramel macchiato.
Loved it. All right. Say that again?
Grande caramel macchiato hot.
Grande caramel latte macchiato hot. Something like that. I'm not a huge Starbucks fan. I actually, my fiance just got me into drinking coffee last year. So the reason I use this is he had this long tail phrase of keyword. He knew exactly what he wanted. All right. The reason I use this type of activity here is I want you to understand when you're building out a website, when you're putting together marketing plans and marketing programs, you're not going after doctor, you're not going after Botox, you're not going after aesthetics. You guys are going after aesthetics treatment center in Fort Lauderdale. You're going after, why does my back hurt? Or any other set of long-tail keyword phrases, because people who utilize those long-tail keyword phrases know exactly what they're looking for, and that's your target audience.